Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss part 17 lecture of electrochemistry, and following topics will be discussed in this lecture. The topics are types of galvanic cell, concentration cell and its types, electrode concentration cell, gas concentration cell and amalgam concentration cell. So first see types of galvanic cell. So here you can see there are two types of galvanic cell. In the first type you can see these are the two electrode, one is zinc electrode, another one is copper electrode. And here oxidation takes place, acts as a anode, and here reduction takes place, acts as a cathode. And here you can see these are two electrolyte. For this half cell, you can see this is the zinc sulfate electrolyte, and for this half cell, it is copper sulfate electrolyte. Now look at that galvanic cell. Here you can see this is the zinc electrode which acts as a anode, and here this is the other electrode which acts as a cathode. But you can see both are same electrode. Also you can see this is the zinc sulfate electrolyte. Here also it is zinc sulfate electrolyte. Again both electrolytes are same. Okay, so galvanic cell are of two types. What are those types? For first type, the name is chemical cell, and the second type is called concentration cell. Okay, so first type is called chemical cell, and second type is called concentration cell. So in case of chemical cell, you can see this zinc acts as a anode, and here oxidation takes place. That's why this is the negative electrode, and here you can see the copper acts as a cathode, so it is the positive electrode. So what I can say, the electron flow occurs from zinc to copper. Okay, electron flow occurs from zinc to copper, and the current flow occurs from copper to zinc, from positive to negative. Okay, so now what is the cell notation? You can see this is the cell notation: zinc, Zn sulfate, zinc sulfate. So zinc sulfate concentration is given in bracket, this is C1. Then you are using the solve bridge, so double vertical line. Then this is the another electrolyte, copper sulfate. So here the concentration is given in bracket is C2, and this is the electrode, copper electrode. Now consider here also this is the left hand electrode, so here the oxidation takes place, and this is the negative electrode, and here this is the right hand electrode, right hand half cell. Here this is the positive electrode, and here here reduction takes place. Okay, so what will happen again the electron flow from negative electrode to positive electrode. So the electron flow occurs from negative electrode positive electrode like this, and the current flow occurs from this electrode to this electrode. So what is the cell notation? Here you can see this is the cell notation: Zn vertical line, Zn sulfate. Okay, the bracket in bracket the concentration is given C1. Then you are using the solve bridge, so double vertical line. Again Zn sulfate, zinc sulfate here in bracket the concentration is C2. Then again a vertical line, and this is the zinc electrode. So here you can see both are same electrode, but here you can see both are different electrode. So what is the difference here? You can see this C1 and C2 are different. Okay, so concentrations are different. Now always remember here C2 greater than C1. C2 should be greater than C1. So what are the main differences between chemical cell and concentration cell? Here you can see the chemical cell contains two half cell. So here you can see two half cell. Okay, this is the left hand half cell, and this is the right hand half cell. And number 2 point, different chemical reaction. Here you know the Zn converts to Zn2 plus, and here you know copper 2 plus takes 2 electron to copper. So two reactions are different in two half cell. Okay, and here you can see the electrodes are also different. Here you can see this is Zn, the electrode, zinc sulfate is the electrolyte. Here copper is the electrode, and copper sulfate is the electrolyte. Now comes here. Now you can see in case of concentration cell, what are the important points? Again you can see concentration cell consists of two half cell. So here you can see this is the left hand half cell, this is the right hand half cell. Okay, but most important point here, the chemical reaction are same. So next point you can see same chemical reaction. So what will happen here? Zn converts to Zn2 plus, and Zn2 plus takes 2 electron converts to Zn. So here the oxidation, here is the reduction, but both reaction are same. Okay, and another important point here you can see both electrode and electrolyte are also same. Here you can see it is Zn and Zn sulfate. Here also you can see it is Zn and Zn sulfate. So same electrode and electrolyte. And last and the most important point, here you can see concentration of electrode or electrolyte are different. So here you can see C1 and C2 both are different. So the concentration here you can see in electrolyte are different. So there another possibility, concentration of electrode may also be different. So there are two types of concentration cell. So this is types of galvanic cell. Now you have to know what are the types of concentration cell. So in this slide, first you have to know what do you mean by concentration cell. So here is the definition. The cell in which the EMF arises due to free energy change that accompanies the transfer of matter or ions from one compartment to other due to difference in concentration of the electrode or electrolyte. Remember, of the electrode or electrolyte of same type is called concentration cell. So what are the main points here? Here that accompanies the transfer of matter or ions. It may be matter or it may be ions from one compartment to the other. From it may be from left hand half cell to right hand half cell or right hand half cell to left hand half cell. Due to what? Due to difference in concentration of electrode or electrolyte. So based on this definition, concentration cell are of two types. What are those? First, you can see this is electrode concentration cell. So in this case, concentration of the electrode are different. Okay. Another one is electrolyte concentration cell. So here, concentration of the electrolyte are different. That's why there are two types of concentration cell: electrode concentration cell and electrolyte concentration cell. Now, what are the examples of electrode concentration cell? Here you can see first this is the gas concentration cell and another one is amalgam concentration cell. In gas concentration cell you can see this is the example. What is the example? Platinum particle line H2 P1 atmosphere pressure, particle line HCl is the electrolyte, particle line H2 P2 atmosphere, particle line platinum, and here P1 greater than P2. So in this concentration cell, why it is called electrode concentration cell? Because you are using platinum and you are passing H2 gas. And you can see the pressure of H2 gas is P1 atmosphere. Okay. This is the electrolyte, but here you can see the electrolyte concentration is fixed. That is a particular concentration, aqueous solution. This is H2 P2 atmosphere. So again, this is the another electrode, platinum hydrogen electrode. Okay. So here you can see platinum and the pressure of hydrogen gas is P2 atmosphere. And remember here P1 is greater than P2. Okay. This is the gas concentration cell. Here the concentration of the electrode are different. Another example here you can see this is the amalgam concentration cell. In this amalgam concentration cell, you are using cadmium amalgam, okay, and the activity of this electrode is equal to A1. This is the electrolyte cadmium chloride, and then again this is the another electrode cadmium amalgam activity A2. So again you can see the activities are different in the two electrodes, and the condition is that A1 should be greater than A2. So again this is the amalgam concentration cell, but remember this is a electrode concentration cell. Why it is electrode? Because the concentration of the electrodes are different. Now come here, electrolyte concentration cell. Electrolyte concentration cell are of two types. What are those types? First, electrolyte concentration cell with transference, and second, electrolyte concentration cell without transference. So here you are not using any solvage, but here you have to use the solvage. That's why it is the with transference, that is with transport, and here it is without transport. What are the examples? So first, if you consider this concentration cell, this electrolyte concentration cell with transference, here you can see this is the example, platinum H2 1 atmosphere. So here you can see this is the left hand electrode, and then the pressure of the hydrogen is 1 atmosphere, and this is the right hand electrode, platinum H2 1 atmosphere. So here you can see the electrode concentration are same. Here it is 1 atmosphere, here it is also 1 atmosphere. But here you can see this is the electrolyte, HCl activity A1, then a vertical line HCl activity A2. These two electrodes are separated by a porous plug, so there is no salt bridge. Okay, remember it. So here you can see the concentration of the electrolyte are different. It is A1, it is A2. That's why it is called electrolyte concentration cell. But if you consider here the gas concentration cell, electrode concentration cell, here the pressure of the electrodes are different, but the electrolyte concentration are same. So here you can see the concentration of the electrolytes are different. Now consider what is the example of electrolyte concentration cell without transference. So here you can see Zn sulfate activity A1 double vertical line, which indicates it contains a salt bridge. Okay, then Zn sulfate activity A2 vertical line Zn, and here A2 greater than A1. So here actually you are using two Zn sulfate solution, but the activity or concentration of the two electrolytes are different. That's why here you can say the name is electrolyte concentration cell, and here you are using the salt bridge. That's why it is without transference. So these are the different types of concentration cell: electrode concentration cell, electrolyte concentration cell with transference, and electrolyte concentration cell without transference. Now you have to know electrode concentration cell. So here is the electrode concentration cell, and here you can see two diagrams. In the first diagram, this is the hydrogen electrode. This is actually the platinum, and you are passing the hydrogen gas here. Okay, and you can see the pressure of the hydrogen gas is P1 atmosphere. This is the left hand electrode, so here oxidation takes place. So here it acts as a anode, and you can see the sign is negative electrode. Here you can see this is the right hand electrode, right hand half cell. Again you can see this is the platinum. Here again you are passing the hydrogen gas, but here you can see the pressure is different. It is P2 atmosphere. So the both pressure are different. That's why it is called electrode concentration cell. And here it acts as a cathode. So reduction takes place. Sign of the electrode is positive. So what will happen? Electron will flow from negative electrode to positive electrode, and current will flow from positive to negative direction. Now consider this half cell. This is another type of half cell. Here you can see this is again a platinum electrode, but here you are using chlorine gas instead of hydrogen gas. So it is a chlorine gas electrode. So here you are passing the chlorine gas, and you can see the pressure of chlorine gas is P1 atmosphere. So again this is the left hand half cell. So here the oxidation takes place. So oxidation takes place means Cl minus converts to chlorine gas. So again this is the negative electrode. And here you can see this is right hand half cell, and again you are passing the chlorine gas having P1 P2 atmosphere. This is the platinum electrode. Okay, and here the reduction takes place. That means Cl2 converts to Cl minus, and so the electrode sign is positive because it acts as a cathode. You can see the electron flow occurs from negative sign to plus positive sign, and current flow will occur from positive sign to negative sign. So these are two types of electrode. In the first case, you can see H2 converts to H plus, and this H plus takes the electron, converts to H2 gas. So here the main ion is H plus. And here you can see first Cl minus converts to chlorine gas. Here the Cl2 converts to Cl minus. Okay. So here the main ion is Cl minus. So here is the cation, here is the anion. So based on this, electrode concentration cell are of two types. What are those types? First, reversible to cation. Here you can see the cation actually forms at the left hand electrode. Then this cation takes the electron, converts to hydrogen gas. So that's why this is reversible to a cation. And here another type is reversible to anion. So why it is reversible to anion? Here you can see Cl minus converts to chlorine gas, oxidation, and here the Cl2 gas converts to Cl minus. So here the Cl minus is the main ion that transforms from one electrode to other electrode. That's why it is called reversible to anion. Okay, reversible to anion. So electrode concentration cell are two types: reversible to cation, reversible to anion. Here you can see the examples: gas concentration cell, platinum H2 p1 atmosphere, then a vertical line H cell, activity A, vertical line H2 p2 atmosphere, vertical line P platinum. So here remember P1 greater than P2. That is the most important condition to make the reaction spontaneous. And this is another electrode, amalgam concentration cell. So cadmium amalgam, activity A1, vertical line cadmium chloride, activity A, vertical line cadmium amalgam, activity A2. And here remember A1 greater than A2. That is the again another important condition to make spontaneous reaction. Now reversible to anion. Reversible to anion, the example here you can see gas concentration cell. This is the reversible to anion gas concentration cell. So here the gas are different. Here you are using chlorine gas. Platinum vertical line chlorine gas, P1 atmosphere, initial activity A, vertical line Cl2, P2 atmosphere, vertical line platinum. But here the condition here you can see it is P2 greater than P1. It is not P1 greater than P2. So this is the example of reversible to anion electrode concentration cell. So again remember why this is called electrode concentration cell, because the pressure of the electrode are different. That's why it is called electrode concentration cell. Now you have to know gas concentration cell reversible to cations and its Nernst equation. First you can see this is the diagram already I told you. Here is the negative electrode, this is the positive electrode. Hydrogen gas P1 atmosphere pressure, hydrogen gas P2 atmosphere pressure. This is the H shell, and these two half shell are separated by porous plug. Okay. So what is the cell? You can see this is the cell. Okay, cell notation: platinum, hydrogen, P1 atmosphere pressure, vertical line H shell activity, vertical line H2 P2 atmosphere, vertical line platinum. Condition is P1 greater than P2. Now I am going to explain why this is the important condition to make the cell reaction spontaneous reaction. So here you can see the cell consists of two hydrogen gas electrode. This is one hydrogen gas electrode. This is another hydrogen gas electrode. You can see two different pressures. Common electrolyte HCl. This is a common electrolyte, and this is reversible to cation. Okay, this is reversible to cation. That is H plus. So this is the electron flow from this electrode to this electrode. Now look at the cell reaction. What is the anode reaction? You know the anode reaction means oxidation. So here you can see half H2 converts to H plus electron. So H plus is produced in this electrode, in this half cell. How is the cathode reaction? H plus takes the electron, converts to half H2 pressure P2. Okay. So H plus takes the electron, converts to hydrogen. That's why, so this is the main cation. That's why it is reversible to cation. Now, what is the overall cell reaction? What is the overall cell reaction here? Half H2P1 converts to half H2P2. Okay. Now you have to know what is the Nernst equation. You know that E is equal to E0 minus 0.059 log concentration of the product divided by concentration of the reactant. So here is the product, half H to the product. The pressure is P2. That's why P2 to the power half. And divided by P1. This is the concentration P1 to the power half. So here you can see E0, and you know that the standard electrode potential for hydrogen electrode is 0, and you can write E0 is equal to 0. So what I can write? E is equal to minus 0.059 by 2 log P2 by P1. And finally you can write E is equal to 0.059 by 2 log P1 by P2. So this is the overall Nernst equation for this cell, And you can see here, if P1 greater than P2, then E cell will be positive and cell reaction will be spontaneous. So what is the important condition? P1 greater than P2. That is the most important condition for this cell to make the reaction spontaneous. So this is gas concentration cell reversible to cations. Now you have to solve one problem. Calculate the EMF of the following electrode concentration cell at 25 degrees Celsius. H2 hydrogen gas plus pressure is given, you can see 0.2 atmosphere. HCl aqueous solution, H2 pressure is given 0.10 atmosphere, then platinum electrode. So here you can see pressure are different in the two electrodes. So this is an example of electrode concentration cell. And here you can see that the pressure P1, this P1 greater than P2. So that is the condition here. So that's the cell reaction will be spontaneous. So calculate the E cell for that reaction using that formula. You can write the answer in the comment box. Next, amalgam concentration cell reversible to cations. This is now amalgam concentration. The last one, gas concentration cell reversible to cations. The next one, amalgam concentration cell reversible to cations. So you have to now consider a amalgam concentration cell. Here it is. You can see cadmium amalgam activity A1, cadmium chloride concentration C, vertical line cadmium amalgam activity A2. Okay, here this is the condition A1 greater than A2. So here the cell reaction reversible to cation, and the cation is cadmium 2 plus. So what is the cell reaction? Anode reaction, cadmium of activity A1 converts to cadmium 2 plus 2 electron. How does the cathode reaction? Cadmium 2 plus takes 2 electron, converts to cadmium of activity A2. So what is the overall reaction? Cadmium A1 converts to cadmium A2. Now you have to know the Nernst equation. You know this is the formula. E is equal to E0 minus 0.059 by 2 log concentration of the product. Product concentration is A2, activity A2 divided by activity A1. Now you know that E0 means E0R minus E0L. Okay, so E0R means E0 cadmium 2 plus cadmium minus E0 cadmium 2 plus cadmium. Okay, both cell are same. So what I can write, E0 of the cell is equal to 0. Therefore, you can write E is equal to 0 minus 0.059 by 2 log activity of A2 by activity of A1. And finally, you can write E is equal to 0.059 by 2 log activity A1 by activity A2. So again, you can see if you want to get E cell positive, then the condition is that A1 must be greater than A2. Therefore, that is the condition. When A1 greater than A2, the reaction is spontaneous. That is the most important condition for amalgam cell. Now see one problem. Calculate the EMF of the following electrode concentration cell at 25 degrees Celsius. So again you have to calculate the EMF for that cell. Here you can see the cadmium amalgam concentration is given, that is equal to 0.1, and another cadmium cell cadmium electrode concentration is given 0.01, and you can see A1 greater than A2. So again the cell reaction is spontaneous. So calculate the E cell for that cell using this equation. Now next slide you can see gas concentration cell reversible to anions. Now you have to consider the concentration cell reversible to anions. This time it is not cation. So here the cell notation. Again this is a gas concentration cell because you are using the gas. Platinum vertical line chlorine gas, P1 atmosphere pressure, vertical line HCl activity A, vertical line chlorine, P2 atmosphere, vertical line platinum. And condition here you can see it is P2 greater than P1. Now I am going to explain why the condition is P2 greater than P1. Remember this is a gas concentration cell reversible to anion, and the anion is Cl minus. So what is the cell reaction? Anode reaction Cl minus converts to half Cl2 of pressure P1 plus electron. And what is the cathode reaction? Half Cl2 pressure P2 plus electron converts to Cl minus. So what is the overall reaction? Half Cl2 P2 converts to half Cl2 P1. Now you have to write the Nernst equation. E is equal to E0 minus 0.059 by 1 log P1 to the power half. So here is the product. So P1 to the power half divided by reactant concentration is P2 to the power half. And again you can see E0 is equal to ER minus EL. So here the value is 0. So you can write E is equal to 0 minus 0.059 by 1 log P1 to the power half by P2 to the power half. And finally you can write E cell is equal to 0.059 by 2 log P2 by P1. That is a cell equation for gas concentration cell reversible to anions. So what we can conclude from that equation? If P2 greater than P1, then the reaction is spontaneous. That's why the condition is P2 greater than P1. Okay. Now solve one problem from this topic. Calculate the EMF of the following electrode concentration cell at 25 degrees Celsius. Platinum, chlorine 0.01 atmosphere, HCl aqueous solution chlorine 0.15 atmosphere, platinum. Now you can see this is P2, this is P1 and P2 greater than P1. So use the equation, put the value of P2 and P1 here, calculate the E cell for that electrode concentration cell. Okay, so you can write the answer in the comment box. Thank you. Finally, my request to my students, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.